Welcome to the Three River Valley series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 14th of May 1986, which is, I think, a couple of months on from the end of the last part. And in this part, still want to carry on fixing a few problems and preparing for the implementation of the maintenance option of the new update. Now, before we get started, I've got a few things to cover. First thing is that we are now on a new update. We are on the 0.8.9.13 update. This was released on the, well, I think it was on the 20th of June 2023. It contains, as to be expected, mainly bug fixes. There's been some work done on vehicles getting stuck on various buildings. I think these are maintenance vehicles or waste vehicles. I can't really comment on that because I haven't really looked that much into it. Now, before we get into doing some real work, I've got a few things to do and show you. The first one I literally found out by accident. I think it's quite important because this is something that could catch you out. Because one thing I've been looking at is the fact that my loyalty has been dropping a little bit. And I was doing research in the Communist HQ, and I noticed that the fact that there is a tech now that actually enables Soviet propaganda for radio. And if I come over here to TV, if we come over to here and we'll actually look on the actual propaganda building, because I'm actually researching it at the moment. If I come down here, it's called radio broadcast influence, and that effectively switches on the ability to actually promote Soviet propaganda. If I show you in here, if we come down here, in fact, I'll give you a general update on where I am with research at the moment, if I can find it. You can see we've done quite a lot of research through here, and it's this this tech here. So it looks like you can do broadcast introduction, get the radio station, then you also need party membership ranking, secret police, then you can have switch on radio broadcast influence. I know I've got electricity problems because I'm overloading my grid. I've got to fix that as well. And then what we got beyond that is television station and broadcast influence. So you're not going to get the benefit of improving loyalty until that research is done. So I think that's quite important. You know, the assumption in the past was that once you got the radio and TV up and running, that your loyalty would increase. Is not exactly correct anymore now. That's something you do need to be aware of. The other thing I want to show you is I'm quite impressed. If I come into here now, I'll be completely upfront. I'm not overly sure how this actually happens. If I switch back on here and I put fertility back on again, I did get some feedback saying that you guys can see these numbers, and I have to admit they're very small. But just to show you, I've now got fertility up on these fields to 169% in that field, and this one's 156%. And if I go up north to this area here, I mean this one's 127, but the problem fields, if I can find them, these were over here. I mean, this problem field here, which was up down about 50%, is now 181%. And I think there's an example going on here. Is you can see here that the tractor here is still spreading fertilizer, improving this thing here slowly over time, but they don't stay very long, because I think and one thing I have noticed is that you do go through a lot of chemicals. It does seem to be chemicals, and you can see here I've actually used up all the available chemicals. So, and I don't think the actual fertilizer actually works during the growing season. I think the fertilizer is applied during the winter when the fields are fallow, and the liquid fertilizer is actually deposited during periods when the growing season. So I think that's the way it works here. And so it means that what you've got now is that your tractors are active all year round, spreading the fertilizer and all that. So to get very high figures, it sounds like you're going to need a constant supply of chemical and biological fertilizer. But we're going to see what level of crops we're actually going to get from this, hopefully. Probably not in this part, because I've got quite a few things to do. I'm trying to think what else is it. Now, another thing I've been looking at, just to give you a bit of an update of where I am with the strategy of preparing for the new updates, is that I've been looking at my fuel depots here, because one thing I've realized is that to get maximum efficiency from both the maintenance buildings and the waste buildings, the technical offices, is that we're going to need a good steady supply of fuel. So what I've decided to do is actually build dedicated fuel distribution centers, and I've put one up here. I put a really big one up here because it's got to cover a lot of area here, and then I've put another one down here somewhere in Hawley. I think I put it in here. And then I put another one up over here. I think I managed to squeeze it in this area somewhere. Oh, it's over here. I had to put it out there. You can see here I think I've called it Black Country Waste. Simply so that, and the idea is that these, no, it's this one, sorry. I think this is the waste management technical office for this building. I've been trying to name these buildings so I can keep track of what's actually being built. We've got a lot to build, but what I'm hoping is that I can fill that bit in there, get that going. And then what we'll be able to do is distribute the fuel around the map. So that is the current situation. Now I've got something quite important to talk about. Now, if you've been following the videos, you'll be aware that I've got quite a major problem up here with these irrigated fields, because effectively they are broken. And at the moment I'm working on a contingency from here to deliver crops. Now I do have a solution. And I would like to say a big thank you to Vimes, who actually provided me with this solution. I want to emphasize one thing, that this is a manual hack to get these fields operational in this experimental release. So what I'm talking about, if you're playing on the normal fully released game, you don't need to do this, because what seems to have broken these fields is the new update. So this is very much a solution for the new update. It's got nothing to do with the current stable release. I want to emphasize that from the get-go, because what I'm actually going to have to do is, or what you've actually got to do is manually edit the mod files on your own game. And remember, this is Navarro's mod, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be working on a potential solution eventually. But I can quite understand if he takes a position that he doesn't want to mess about with this at the moment, because then whatever change he makes will affect the people who are playing on the current stable branch, not the test branch. And there's also a possibility that this may fix itself at some time later on. So that out of the way, now just to give you a quick overview of how this manual fix is applied. Now, there's obviously a lot of numbers, so I'm not going to go into it in detail. What I will do is put a written description in the video description itself. Basically, what you've got to do is go in and find the mod, and it's described by a great big long number. It's 281231208, I think. And then in there's the actual specific field, which is quad 2 v2, I think it is. And then what you've got to do then is go into the ini file, the building ini file, and then remove sewage disable. It's the second line up from the bottom. And what that means is that this field now, when I rebuild it, because of course it doesn't switch it on automatically, this is built. So what I'm going to have to do is rebuild all these fields and then implement them again. But to be able to make it worthwhile rebuild them, because if you watch the previous video, I think I rebuilt this one up here and nothing happened. So what we got to do is now go in and rebuild these fields, and you can see here I've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 to rebuild. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do one, and just to show you what I need to do, and then I'll do the rest. Well, what I'll probably do is a time lapse. So the first thing we got to do is just remove you like this, and just let the game run. We're gonna have to tidy up the roads and various other bits and pieces as well. So we'll just come into here. Actually, while I'm doing this, I just want to show you something. Again, if you watch the previous video, I asked a question about this. Here it says pick building infrastructure dot loot. Out of pure coincidence, and I'll be completely upfront, this was pure coincidence. And I was watching DD Dennis's live stream where he was took a very brave step. He actually went for implementing waste into his existing game, and he actually mentioned the picker. And what he did is he's actually got it up here. I've got it on 2. And the way it actually works is that if you press 2 here, you get the picker, and then if you pick the road up, you can pick up the road straight away, and it applies. So what this is like a speed select option. So if you go there like that, so if you want to pick up a building or a road or anything quickly, you don't want to keep coming back down to this menu, well, it's going to be quite useful to actually use. I mean, I think personally it's going to take me a little while to actually get that sorted out. And so let's just get down here. We're going to go into mods, look at factories here, and then we're going to find the into here. What we're looking for is irrigated quad field v2, and then somehow, now my main concern with this is whether we're going to be able to, I'm going to just slot this in. Oh, look at that, went in straight away. Got power, it's got water supply, but the water supply is not important. But the other thing you can see here is that we don't actually have waste disposal over here, which is going to be an issue. So that's the first one in, and what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm just going to go through and fix these. Okay, guys, welcome back. Put the panel road in there, and that, and we're going to put a path up into there and accept that. So that is the connection. We need to put a path to there. So as far as I can tell, that is the fields put back together. Now we do have a problem which I've noticed while I was actually doing this, and probably the best example is here, is if I come into here now, what you will see if I put in the water connection, these have got water actually specific water connection supplies Why is that? Why can't I see that one? Actually, would be it to be too filled. I don't think this. I think this is the wrong field. Okay, we're gonna have to remove that and redo this. It's not a great loss. Yeah, I think I put the wrong field in here. I'm here because, of course, the and we'll just drop you in there. Again. Oops, no. Remove you. Put in the code again. There. From there to there. I'm going to check very quickly that I have built the wrong right fields. B2. 2. Yep, it's just that one on the end there. So I've now built the fields. I have a problem here as I couldn't get this connection to this one, but I don't think that's a massive problem because I've got the connection to the important one, which is here. And then this one can just feed into this two here and just get things sorted out. So the problem now is going to be the water supply. And if we come underground, you can see I've got the water here to a single pump that goes to this pumping station here, but I don't think that is going to be any good anymore. So we'll do the easy one first. Where's the pumping station? Just drop a large, we'll put it round this way like that. Now these fields, I can't remember what the supply is. Let me just check. It's 40 cubic meters of water per day for each field. So we're going to have to use the big pipes on this. Yeah. You're going to go to there. And you're going to have to go to there. So we need that pipe connections built. Now, another problem we're going to have is waste disposal. But I think I'll do the... Well, let's just have a look here. We've got this pipe here coming down. Now, I did put in surplus connections. The problem is we've got subways here and all sorts of stuff. When we've got a connection here, but we would have to run up to here. We've got a connection here, but this is the wrong way round. This is going to be fun, isn't it? I think I'm going to put the water supply into here first. Let's do the water supply. We've got to make 1, 2, 3, 4 connections here. We've got... Well, it looks like this one already had water supply connected to it. So this must have been I don't know if this is a medium. Is it small? No, it must have been a large. So you can go there. This one flows out to there. So we'll just accept that. That's connection there. And we've got this pipe here running over to there. Let's see what the flows are. Let me just come here. Water flow. This one's only supplying 40. Yeah, this one. This one, technically, we won't need now, because this will be supplying water. Let's see, who are you supplying water to? You're back supplying, but you should be in range of somewhere else now. Yeah, I mean, you've got... So, technically, we don't need this anymore. So, if I Come here, demolish you. And pick out you. Put part there. Now, if I put in a, we got this pump here. If we put in a, what we call it, thingy, where are you? Water switch. Put in a water switch here. We've got no. That need power. I don't think the water switch doesn't actually need power, does it? Ah, right. Well, put you there. Go underground. Get rid of this. Don't want to get rid of that pipeline. We want to get. I think what we'll do is we'll drive off of this one. And there. It's that one there, isn't it? Cancel that. It's this one is driving up to this one. I think you can actually. Oh, can't change the plan. Cancel that. We put switch in here like that. You can connect to there. You can connect to there. You can connect to there. And then all I got to do is get to there. And what I can do is run there and accept that lot. And we don't need this. We can go. That should give me the water connections to here. Now the fun part is going to be the sewage lines, because let me just see. That's water. Right, that one is connected. So it's these ones that are not connected, and this one up here. But the cross question is, where can I connect it into the infrastructure? Because we've got pipes coming down here. What is this? This is the Dark Valley sewage treatment plant. Let me just see, what connections have I got here? Right, we got this here, which is flowing out down to the water supply. Now, the trouble is we're going to have water feeding into this. I'm kind of reluctant to hook this one in. We got a sewage pipeline there, which overlaps with that one. We could come in. We've got this one's connected. We need to connect these three. If I could put in, say, a sewage pickup, say about, that's these three connected. Okay. If I could put in a sewage connection line. Can't build due to infrastructure. Okay, we've got a position here, but the trouble is it's surrounded by pipes. Oh, get under there. And we got to get over there. That's no good. cancel that. We've got to run about there, and then we're gonna have to try and run. Wow, that went a little bit better than I thought it was going to be. So that should work. Now the fun one is going to be up here. We've got the two fields here that we've got to connect to, and we've got a connector there. Now ideally, if I was building this from scratch, this would be the opposite way round, but we don't have that choice. So we're going to have to put you in about there, and you can actually assist with the drain off from that. So we don't need anything else there. If I can get this out over the edge of this one, so say maybe we'll put it about there, and then we're going to need a high capacity sewage line. This might be a little bit icky. We'll have to build into there. In theory, that should be working, but I'm quite relaxed about whether this is actually going to be working as efficiency as it should do. Because, as I say, we do have a good thing. It says unemployment too high. Where's that? Okay, yep. Which is up here. I think I've just built an apartment block, didn't I? Yeah, 150 people without jobs. I am thinking about adding this to our supply line. That would give... can you get to it, though? No, you can't. Okay. Well, sorry, guys. You're just going to have to... I don't think you can actually get to anywhere, can you? Yes, you can. You can get to there. I want to check my sewage line here. And got that area there. Now... let's see. Well, we're just going to have to live with the unemployment at the moment. Research complete. Okay. In fact, I probably need to check. So we've now completed, I think this is the tech that will take us into cableways, if I'm correct. If I show you the research tree. Yeah, I mean, I didn't give you an update on the research tree. You can see medical research is complete except for increased birth rate, decreased birth rate. We're making progress along this line here with advanced engineering, and we've just completed this. It says fatigue of steel materials, and we're going down this route here. I'm quite really interested in pipeline pressure. The other thing I am also quite interested in, I was thinking about this because I do got this power problem. And this would be a good opportunity if I can find it. Where is it? I'm looking. Oh, maybe it's not in here. I'm looking for the option to import electricity. There it is. Yeah, so we'll go in the right direction. If we go to steel cables, what I'm thinking is actually building an exterior pickup point so that we can import electricity or export it by vice versa. And that's something I certainly do want to look at because, as I say, we've got all these electricity problems at the moment, which is not helping matters very much. So we've kind of fixed our food crop situation in the long term there. That got that working again. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, and again, this is very much preparation for the waste update, is pollution monitors, but I'm not sure if I'm able to build them just at the moment. Yes, we can. What I want to do is we've got a pollution monitor there. I can't remember if I built I think I built a pollution monitor up here somewhere. Yeah, we've got a pollution monitor here. So we've got pollution monitor here, pollution monitor here. What I want to do is put a pollution monitor in here, because if we're going to be checking out the waste system, what we need to do is how can you say, is put in something that we can actually relate to. So I'm going to put in there. I think we're there. So we got pollution monitor there. And then the next thing I want to do is, well, we'll just work out, we'll go to tourist town here. I've got these buildings here. I put in a couple of extra, I want these built as well, because I need some extra staff up here for, I want to drive this rail line a little bit more. For, so we're going to put a pollution monitor, oops, where should we put it? Get it. Want it fairly central so that we can get a good oversight about what's going on. So put you there, get you working on that. Now over here, I think we're gonna have to put 2 pollution monitors in. I'm gonna put one down in this industrial area here. I'm pretty sure I didn't put one in. In fact, I'm positive I didn't put one in. So we're going to put a pollution monitor. Just put it about there. And then we're going to put, and what I'm going to be really interested in, because something else I want to put in is a, thank you game. I want to put another one there because one thing I do want to look at is this synthetic fertilizer, but I'm not exactly sure. I was going to build it here because I was going to build a farm out here. You can see I actually cleared the territory here. Oh, the other thing, yeah, something else I want to set up for a test, sorry guys, is we've got some other trees here. We've got plants, and so what I'm going to do is we're going to plant some strips of trees. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I've been working on a new map for my series when this update goes live, and I found a whole load of new bushes, but I just want to see what these actually look like. So what we're going to do is just put a whole strip of, I don't think that's actually putting anything down. See, the rest of these poplar beech bushes, pines and acacia are there before, so we're just going to grow some bush trees there just to see what they look like. This construction office isn't needed anymore. Right, let me just, how's this guy going? Aside, yeah, because it's not connected at the moment. I think I'm going to bring the construction crews down here, because ideally I'd like to get that, at least one of these working this time, just to confirm that it's actually working. So we've put in, where did it, I put a pollution monitor here. We've got one in here. So what we're going to do now is just go up right. I want a pollution, I can't remember if there's a pollution monitor in here. All right, let me just see. This buildings, 1,000 kilometers. Big field, big field. I've got 9 pages of see. One tip I will say, guys, is that when you're sorting through all these buildings, I'm aware all the text is quite small. It's sort it into alphabetical order because it's so far out there. Because I am thinking, right, we don't have a pollution monitor here, so we're just going to put one in here. And we're going to put it, we've got a little bit of space. Got to be a little bit careful because obviously we're going to need to leave space for the what we call it, the waste disposal. So we got to be, I think I was actually looking at this the other day, and even these things produce waste. And this is going to be a monster of an area. And then we'll put another pollution monitor in here. I think we can just, and I've got one. I'm going to put it somewhere where maybe just about, no, maybe we'll just tuck it in about there. Then we'll come up to the north. I'm going to give our where am I? This should be covered by the one we put in there. I want to give this small little town its own pollution monitor as well. I think we can kind of just tuck it outside on the edge here. I'm going to give you a pollution monitor. Again, we're going to have to be a little bit, so actually we could probably put this one in the center here, like that. We're going to put another pollution monitor in about just under the power lines there, and we're going to put another one up here. I think I'm going to put it out this way a bit. Actually, we could put it probably about there. Yeah, this probably won't be able to get a trash collector there, so put you there. So we've now got pollution monitors all the way round. Now we're on the 4th of June. Want to take another quick look at our fields. 109% on that one. I'll be 78% on that one. Obviously, I do wonder whether maybe the fertility drops as the crops are growing. So you've got to keep feeding them to get it going. I mean, if any of you guys know, feel free to chuck it in the comments. Now, actually, I think it's time to check trains. Yeah. Okay. What I'm trying to do is get a little bit of a drive going on over here, because I want to get in the connections here. What's up with you? I think I was electrifying lines. Where is it? Why is that showing power? Okay, yeah. That's electrified there. I think we'll put you there. Where is the... Yeah, and you're going out that way. What's this one? Yeah, you're doing that one. Okay, so maybe it's the top job. Oh yeah, you're still... Oh yeah. This is something else I really want to push out hard and fast. Let me just look. Okay, we need to put that in as well. And that one. Because another part of my scheme to support my vehicle maintenance is I want to get out here so that we can get this station connected up, so that we can bring in bricks and steel for distribution systems. Now, what I mean by a distribution system is that if you watch the previous video, we've got these, not a bus stop, we've got these technical services being built over here, waste, and but it's not waste, sorry, vehicle maintenance. Okay, so we're building these construction offices. Now, these are going to be no good if they don't have easy access to supplies. So what I'm thinking is we're going to have to put together a logistics system up here that will allow things to do. I think we've got a little bit of a traffic jam here. Just put in... Let's speed this bit up a little bit. Right. If you put priority signs in, oops, researchers. Okay, how much research have I missed? Okay, we've now completed advanced concrete. I think this is advanced concrete. And that means we should be able to get everything in. Pipeline pressure. Expanded. I mean, we're in this kind of easy area now. Solar panel, all power. Yeah, I think. Let me just look at research. Let me just see. Pipeline pressure is these exterior pipelines. We're researching steel cable. We've done this. We could do that connection there, but I don't really feel the need for that. I'm not worried about this stuff at the moment. Airports way down my list of priorities at the moment. What we got here? Helicopters, airports. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Fire. Where's the renewable energy then? There it is there. Yeah, I think we can go with the renewable energy there, because we might be able to need to use a solar power plant as an option. Just want to make sure building is on fire. Yeah, stop production. Okay. How is this finished? Yeah, it has finished. We didn't get a notification. Okay, let me just show you this now. If we finish this, if we come to up here now, if we click on here, you can see now we can actually turn this on. One thing I have noticed, I don't know if this is actually a change for the game, but we get a lot more positive figures out of here. And what we need now is, that's it, TV broadcast influence. We need that done next, because at the moment, again, if I go back to the TV station, it is over here. You can see here at the moment, because we can't change that, we've got no improvement of loyalty here. But once we got that research finished, we'll be able to do it. I'm just going to have a quick check. You're doing solar panel. Okay. I mean, I think we're at a point now where we don't really need to worry too much about what we're actually doing. Just come back up to here. Just want to check my fuel on the way, the bitumen and fuel on the way through. Yeah, yeah, this guy is filling up the tanker. I just want to make sure. Yeah, you're taking fuel north. I think we're going to use really vast quantities of fuel at the moment. I've got a feeling we might need more workforce into here. So I'm actually thinking that I might actually have to expand this area. Get meat. Okay, we've got meat shortages. We've got shortages everywhere. Okay, this is being built, but we haven't got this connection here. We haven't got this connection here. Who is working on this? I think I might really need a dedicated road crew. Oops, no. 1, 2. Get them on that. Make sure this. I didn't put the road connection in here. Bit of a fail. Good, glad I've spotted that. So we got the guys working on that quite hard. So many things to think of, but apologies, I'm jumping over the map, guys. I've got a list of things I want to do, although I'll give you a tip, guys, right clearly, because I've got one comment here I can't even remember. I think I was just scribbling it down. What is this being built? This is the main fuel depot distribution office there. Let's see what the fuel situation here is. Yeah, it's not bad. Just come into here. This is our new town. Right. We've now got a road there. And I was thinking about I think what I will do is F1. We're going to put a split road down the center here, like that. You there, and I'm going to push you out this way. That. This is going to be our town center here. But what we do need to do is put in a town here. But I think at the moment I'm not too worried about that. Right, this is the chemical maintenance building. Temporarily, what we're going to do is use this as a road crew. So we're going to hook you up to here. I think this is now working. I just want to make sure this has got power. Yep. It's now built. Asphalt. Where's the asphalt plant? Can't find it. Where's the asphalt plant? It's in here somewhere. That asphalt. Yep. It's just going to go into there. What I want to do now is move some of this lot over. Actually, before we do that, I want to, because we've got a lot of roads to build in here, and I want this guy working as close in as possible. Building's got no power supply, that's okay. Get rid of you. Roads, factory connections for the moment. We will add more later on, but get rid of all you lot. Oops, didn't mean to do that. You're going to need fuel, but I want. I don't think we've got a gas station over here, actually, have we? That's an issue. We need a gas station. I think we're going to put a gas station about there. Maybe we will deliver some fuel. Where are you? I think you've got a couple of spare slots. Fuel gas station 40%. Now, as far as I know, we could click on this, and I think there's an option. What we can do is quite literally do this. The only thing I don't like about this is I don't think it actually packs up all the vehicles. Not enough space for all vehicles yet, because I think this is smaller. But the main thing I don't like about using that is that we've got lots of we've got bulldozers and excavators and pavers in here. So what we're going to do is put you onto there. You and change depots. This way it's more time consuming from the player perspective, but it's quicker than having a whole convoy of rollers and other stuff wandering down here. We'll move the oops, don't want that. He can't move because he's there's a flatbed is required for this task. Actually, we'll do 2 at a time. So put you there. keep on clicking the wrong button. Probably don't need as many rollers as I had before. We got that there. We got a couple of... didn't realise how many... Oops, no, done it again. Okay, we got... Probably going to need to replace this guy. I don't think he... Yeah, he does 60 kilometers an hour, so... probably sell off you... yeah. So... And you... Of course, another advantage of doing it this way is that you should end up with the appropriate numbers of open holes in here. So you can go... I think that should be enough from a point of view of what we call it. Where these are the good dumpers, so take you game. How are you? 81, you're not particularly that good. So you're 61, you're too old now, so get rid of you. You're 61 as well, you get rid of you. There's one of these is missing. There we are. We'll send the dumpers out there. These have got a... These are only 80 kilometers an hour, but I don't think we can do anything better. Actually, we'll just see. Take the opportunity to upgrade these, I think. If we got... I don't think there's going to be anything on the Soviet side that's going to be any better. Let's just have a quick look. Dumpers. Speed. Yeah, we got these. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Just go for the high capacity dumpers. Place those. I think we'll leave the old kit in here for the moment because this can still function as a construction office. What we got here? Yeah, these are good ones as well. So we'll take these out, send them there as well. And of course, because I've moved the vehicles manually, unload. There's a little bit of a downside. Actually, it used to unload automatically. Don't they do that now when they change depot? Have you detected any roads around in this area? Yep. So you should start to... yeah, the boys are on the case. Just deliver... Yeah, I'll deliver with trucks. I don't want you messing about. And of course, we're going to have to do exactly the same here. Just have to unload you. Unload you. Unload you. Unload you. Unload you. Unload you. So we'll just let them sort themselves out a little bit now. We've got some new trucks coming in. Obviously we got no fuel, so we're... Right, just come back here. What we got? What else have we got in here? What is this? That can go. And we got some excavators here, which they're not very good. I think we'll send you out as well for the moment. As well. There. And then that just leaves this odds and ends here, but we can reshape this. I think this is a 32 slot construction office, so let's have a look here. You're 80 kilometers. I think these guys are 70. He can go as well. 61. You can go as well. You're a vintage miracle. You're 80. You're 80. You're 80. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. I mean, we probably could do with a couple of excavators in here, because I'm pretty sure I'll be completely upfront. I'm not 100% certain of. I'm a bit worried about what that says. Oh, there's a cross link there. It's not finished. Oh, that's icky. What's the signals doing here? Okay, we're still on crossover territory here. That needs to be finished. Then again, does it? I mean, at the moment, everything's working quite happily in and out through here because of this crossover here. No, I don't think that needs to be finished. I think we can just leave that alone. Okay, guys, I'm aware that I'm going way over time, so we're just going to have a quick check back over here. And right, we've built our first irrigated farm here. And you can see this is now producing because it's actually got the connection. And it can actually deliver into here. This is now finished as well. So we've now got functioning here with, there we've just got no water quality. So I think at the moment it's just picking up the water from, well, it's got a connection there. Why is the tank not filling up? Let me just see if I've got a problem here. Of course, it won't fill this up because it's filling up this, isn't it? And at the moment, and of course, we can't expel the wastewater because we haven't built the sewage pipes. It doesn't have, it's got the connection there, but it's got nowhere to send the waste pipe. So we need this built ASAP. So we're gonna get the helicopter crews on this. Okay, we'll bump this up to higher priority. So we need that sewage outfall working. I don't think I've got any trucks actually. I think there might be waste trucks coming up here, but there's no way they're going to keep up with that. So okay, so that seems to be working. It's partly working. I mean, it's produced some crops a little bit, but it's obviously not got the full flow here. So we do need to work more on that area there. We got these pipes to be built. Is this actually, this has got a connection as well. So we're just gonna have to let the game plow through there. But this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.